So watch what's going to happen here. At the top of the range is actually going to be where it's lightest.
What's up? 筋肉翻訳です。さあ今日はこれで解決三角筋中部後部アクチベーション種目見ていきましょう。肩が育たない、僧帽筋に入るなど口癖になっていませんか？今日の動画で解決していきましょう。三角筋をアクチベート、活性化させて使いやすくする方法をベンさんが教えてくれています。早速見ていきましょう。どうぞ。
Hey, what's up, MI40 University? Ben Pekolsky from the MI40 gym in Tampa. I'm going to show you the best activations for shoulders. Many people have weak shoulders because their inability to connect here. So what's the best way to connect? Activate the nervous system before you train it. Really simply. Activating a muscle in its shortest range has been shown to increase neural output by 30%, which means we can actually get the nervous system firing 30% more if we do some simple activation exercises pre-training. If you're not sure how to activate other body parts, the MI40 University has all the body parts included, so make sure you check out some other videos. Specific to shoulders, here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about standing really tall. Push the ground away from you so your spine is really lengthened, but I want you to keep your abs really tight. So it's not necessarily down, just really tight. And then all I'm thinking about doing is with a full flex in my elbow, like I'm doing a bicep curl, I want to come up to the side just like that. And then I come down and I hold. So what I'm trying to do here, as you can't see that I'm doing, is I'm trying to keep my shoulder exactly in place. I don't want it elevating or depressing. If anything, I'm trying to push it down a little bit while I push my elbow up. So it's almost like this. So I'm trying to push this down while this goes up. So I'm trying to go, elbows are going up, continuing to push up while my shoulders are trying to push down. So if I were elevating, it would be this. I'm trying to push my shoulder down. And all I want to do is hold there for a good 5 or 6 seconds. And by shoving my shoulders down and my elbows up, because there's no load, I'm really able to connect with those shoulders, with those deltoids. So oftentimes you'll see me with my eyes closed in the gym. It's really just me trying to focus, eliminate distraction, and focus what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to do. So squeezing, shoving my elbows up, shoving my shoulders down, not allowing any extraneous movement, and then I'll come down. I'll come back up and when I come back up, I'm trying to still use my delt to initiate the movement. So I'm trying to, when I'm here, you'll feel the delt contracted. Everyone will feel that. And as you come down, you want to feel it lengthen, but still keep it contracted. And then as you go back up, you want to put it right back on. So I'm not even giving you an instant to relax. Once you can cue in on that, it's a really good time to immediately go and grab another exercise. So some of the things that I like to do, and we talked about in other videos, we want to activate or at least train the shortest position first. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you guys how to train the shortened position. I like to use these ankle straps, but it's just the same to use handles. You can grab the thing like this. What I like to do is just put my hand slightly inside of it like that. So drop this down a little bit more for this exercise. So there's a couple different variations you can do here. You can really overload the shortened position and make it heavy there. So watch this. So if I do it this way, you can see that cable at the top, that's going to exert a lot of force on those delts because it's straight down. So here there's basically no load. Here's a ton. But I'm trying to feel the same thing I just felt in that bent arm version. So you want your arms slightly out in front of you. You don't want to be out perfectly in an iron cross, but you want them slightly out in front of you. Hold and eliminate extraneous movement. Down. Good. Notice I'm spending a few seconds up there. So for some people that may be a really hard option. So what else we'll do is this. I'll put this up to about wrist height. And I'll actually physically cross them. I'll do it facing the camera for exercise demonstration reasons. Normally I would face away, but so you physically want to cross them. So watch what's going to happen here. At the top of the range is actually going to be where it's lightest because the cables are getting closer to your shoulders. See about right there. The cables are 90 degrees to my arm and the greatest distance from my shoulder axis. That's where it's going to be hardest. Here it's going to start getting pretty light. Like the higher I go up, the closer that cable gets to my shoulder, it actually gets lighter. So for those of you who have a hard time feeling your shoulder in that short position, I highly recommend spend some time up here, get really strong, and make sure it's not an elevation of the scapula. It's just you can let the scapula move, but you don't want to let it come up. So those are your best activation exercises for side delts. I'm going to quickly show you how to do it for rear delts. Really simply, best way to isolate the rear delt is isolate glenohumeral movement. So don't allow your scapula to move. So all we're going to do is simply protract and extend. Protract Good. So all I'm trying to do is eliminate this type of movement. I just want to protract and activate my rear delt. And notice how small that range is, right? That's literally as far as I can physically go. If I go any further, it'll be scapular movement. So those are my two favorite ways to activate the delts. Ben Pekulski for the MI40 University out.
さあ、いかがでしたでしょうか。これはまずとにかく軽い重さでやること、もしくは何も持たずに行ってみてもいいかもしれません。ベンさんは肩を下げたまま腕が水平ほど上がっていたんですが、柔軟性がなければその高さは下がります。まずは自分が肩を下げたままどこまで腕が上がるのか、その限界値を知ってからトライしてみてください。ちなみに僕は以前はこのぐらいまでしか肩を下げたまま腕が上がりませんでしたが、ストレッチを重視していった今は肩を下げたままここまで上がるようになってきました。そのために有効なストレッチは概要欄にリンクを貼っておきます。そちらから見てみてください。みんなは三角筋を使いやすくするため意識していることはありますか？コメント欄で教えてください。僕はとにかく胸を張って肋骨を締めて、さらにお尻まで締めて行うことで三角筋を使いやすくなります。最後まで見ていただいてありがとうございます。感想や動画のリクエスト、チャンネル登録お待ちしてます。ではまた。
I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back.